So look, I what you're alluding to is basically saying that transgender kids are dangerous. It sounds like that's what you're saying. Well, you're saying that their safety is at risk. Yeah, but you're laying out a broad example or explanation.
What is going on, everybody? Wired here. I hope you guys are all having a terrific Tuesday. Please excuse my voice. It's a little hoarse today. But I wanted to make this video talk about the sidelining, gaslighting that is the Democrats, and specifically in this case, Press Secretary Miss Karine Jean Pierre. Now, this has been an issue for quite a while. You know, there's a lot of debate about trans women competing with biological girls in sports. And we've seen, you know, through the numbers, you know, Leah Thomas versus like Riley Gaines, stuff like that, that, you know, there are certain biological advantages to this situation. But I want you to pay attention here about how Ms. Karine Jean Pierre just completely sidesteps this question and says, listen, if you're concerned at all about your daughter playing against biological males and the fact that they're not just going to get hurt, you know, have their hopes and dreams crushed because there's a biological component to it that's going to beat them out 9 times out of 10. Well, what about the physical ramifications of that? But again, that's not important to anybody else. It's astounding. But yeah, here we go. Let's watch the clip real quick, and then I'm going to react to it.
What would the president say to parents out there who have daughters, let's say in high school, for example, who are worried that their daughter may have to compete against a male, a person born male, and there could be directly in physical athletic competition and worry about their daughter's safety?
So look, what you're alluding to is basically saying that transgender kids are dangerous. It sounds like that's what you're saying. Well, you're saying
no. Again, look at the gaslighting on this person. I mean, this is crazy. I don't know how people do this. They take apart a problem in their head and how they sidestep questions like this. It's like people are worried about the physical safety of their child, in this case, daughters. I know I would be worried about my daughter competing against a biological man because we've seen this time and time again. But again, you can't get any answers out of this press secretary.
You're saying that their safety is at risk. Yeah, but you're laying out a broad example or explanation of what could potentially happen. A broad example explanation that is dangerous. That is a dangerous thing to say. That essentially transgender.
Do you think that's more dangerous to say than, you know, girls competing against biological men? Is anyone going to make that argument?
Kids we're talking about are dangerous.
What would the president say to...
Absolutely amazing the amount of copium these people can constantly ingest. Somehow spin it around, never answer any sort of questions, never do anything wrong. And you know, it's really astonishing. You know, I gotta say, I don't know why anyone would vote Democrat at this stage. Especially for young women or, you know, even moms, dads, anyone who has a daughter. Because these people have shown time and again, they do not care about your concerns regarding your child's safety. They don't care. So how under good faith can you possibly vote for these people when they're like, yeah, it doesn't matter if your kid gets injured? I'm going to go back to an example here. This happened a couple months ago with a volleyball player who got spiked in the face by a biological man who was playing on the opposite team. And I got concussed, was in the hospital for weeks, and is still having quite some difficulties. Her name is Peyton McNabb, playing a high school volleyball game when a trans player, biological man, spiked a ball into her face. And then,
Hi, my name is Peyton McNabb. I'm a senior at Hiwassee Dam High School in Murphy, North Carolina. Due to the North Carolina High School Athletic Association policy allowing biological males to compete against biological females, my life has forever been changed. On September 1st, 2022, I was severely injured in a high school volleyball game by a transgender athlete on the opposing team. I suffered from a concussion and neck injury that to this day I'm still recovering from. Other injuries I still suffer from today include impaired vision, partial paralysis on my right side, constant headaches, as well as anxiety and depression. I was unable to play the rest of my last volleyball season, and although I'm currently playing softball, I'm not able to perform as well as I know I have in the past because of the injury.
So what this young lady is saying right here is, my life has been changed forever from this incident. But, you know, the White House, Democrats, Karine Jean Pierre says, hey, listen, this stuff doesn't happen. It doesn't exist. And if you mention it, then you must be the problem. If you're worried about your daughter competing against biological men, well, then you're a bigot, you're a transphobe, you're a homophobe, whatever. Any type of ishtophobe they can possibly throw out at you, you must be the problem. We don't believe you actually have genuine concern for your child. How dare you? I mean, what about this, 0.04% of people? What about them? And I always just go back to the same thing. I don't understand why transgender individuals, which I don't think they should be doing it in high school, because I think the age for that, if you want to do that, which that's a whole nother topic, and I don't want to get into why I think they shouldn't, but if you want to, and you are of legal age to do so, and you want to have reassignment surgery, then just have your own league. Why is that such an issue? Why is that derivative? It undermines every woman in every sport. You're making them uncomfortable in locker rooms. They're getting physical injuries. They're seeing their dreams taken away from them by someone who has a clear advantage because of, testosterone, bone density, muscle mass. And yeah, everyone else is crazy.
My ability to learn, retain, comprehend has also been impaired, and I require accommodations at school for testing because of this. I could go on and on about how this incident has affected my life, but I'm not here for that, because I'm not here for me. Because for me, I know that my time playing is coming to an end. I'm here for every biological female athlete behind me. My little sister, my cousins, my teammates. Allowing biological males to compete against biological females is dangerous. I may be the first to come before you with an injury, but if this doesn't pass, I won't be the last.
Mm-hmm.
The North Carolina High School Athletic Association policy states that it allows participation in interscholastic athletics for all students, regardless of gender or gender identification. It is the intent that all students are able to compete on a level playing field in a safe, competitive, and friendly environment, free of discrimination.
That sounds pretty good to me. I don't see why anything would be wrong with that.
Clearly, that does not include biological female athletes.
There you go.
My ability to
Boom.
compete was taken from me. Having to play against biological males is not a level playing field, and is most definitely.
All right, it went on for a little longer. I didn't find the right clip, but 100%. That's really not fair to all the females competing in this space. Whether they get, injured or not, it's not fair. And I think it's crazy that stuff like this happens, and then all you get is gaslit. No, it's not happening. Well, how dare you mention that? There must be something wrong with you, because that's just a terrible thing to say. Not you couldn't actually have genuine concern for your child. That couldn't be. You got to be a transphobe. It's absolutely amazing. It really is. I don't understand it, but telling you, don't vote blue, guys. It's just, I don't like to tell anybody what to do, and you obviously don't have to listen to me. I'm not an expert on everything. I just know these people don't really seem to care about parents' concerns. They really kind of want to eliminate parents from the situation. Oh, parents don't know best. Schools know best. No, because I'm sure the school will look out for them. Yeah, half as well. Quarter as well. Anyway, that's all I got. Leave a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Thank you for listening this long, and I will catch you on the next one. Later.